Okay, there was a search party.
Oh, yeah.
So the guy and I went out at night and fought that giant worm, getting my soul orb majigger.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I freaked out because I realized, where the heck is he? It doesn't take that long to go to the bathroom, because that was his excuse, and it was like
It was a good
an hour
excuse.
and a half. And then we couldn't find him, so I got a search party together because he's a noob, and those guys just die all the time. Long story short, we went out into the middle of the desert, got pulled off by a blacksmith, and finally ran into Nair, who sent us back home and told us that Ezekiel was okay, and I felt very ashamed. We all went our own ways in the morning. Went and I prayed to Mulil, my god.
I went and pestered the blacksmith.
I walked around and talked to people.
It was some good. Oh, and that guy joined me. What's his name?
Istan.
Estan. That's right.
Mhm.
He joined me, and then it happened.
What happened?
Well,
I
I got
wasn't even
my
there
armor.
for the start of the battle.
Yes, I was.
No, I wasn't. And
Oh. Well, I got my
Actually,
armor.
You arrived as it begun.
That's true.
Sorry, please keep going.
Yeah. So I got my armor, and then I went outside to go talk to Nair and get the soul orb, and then there was a showdown. He was all yelling and stuff.
it was
Sorry, go ahead.
the person he was facing off against was a Count of the West, I think it was, and a bunch of his minions. It looked like the Count of the West was trying to take over and take Nair's political power.
Mm-hmm.
He was threatening to kill him and all of that jazz.
Yeah.
And the fight broke out.
Mm-hmm. He remember he handed me the power thing, and I powered my armor, and you guys heard that and came out. Right?
Yep. And then fireballs were thrown, counter spells were attempted, lots of good stuff. Eledin ran around killing people.
Oh, man. You need some?
Yeah.
Oh. Sorry, guys.
Cast healing spells. It was a solid battle, and what led to the end of that battle? What change occurred? I don't remember why things took such a dramatic turn.
Well, it wasn't too dramatic, or it wasn't too traumatic, I guess. Trauma based. I mean, it was trauma, but didn't it? He started like approaching us, and we started getting in the nitty gritty. Like I started punching him, and Nair started like doing his thing. I forgot what Nair does.
Yep.
And then we started knocking him into the building with magic missiles, was it? No, it was the punch, because it was doing thunder damage, so it started knocking him into a support on the building.
Yep.
Like, oh, I have an idea. It wasn't a good one. Yeah, so I used magic missile as a higher level spell because it was my last spell slot, second level. I used 4 of them. I hit him with 3, and then I hit the support with 1. Unfortunately, it was just not enough to cause it to break. So I'm like, I'm out of spells, and I got my fists. Guess what I gotta do? So I walked up to him, and I punched him into the support, and it broke. And then the building fell on us. It sucked.
Now he's dead.
Yeah.
I also failed absolutely at a dex check.
I think you rolled like a 2.
Yeah. I rolled a
To be
2,
fair,
and
he
with
had
the
to
minus
nat
1, it was a
20.
1. What was that?
Bless you. He had to nat 20 to survive.
Yeah,
and
no,
you
there
rolled
was
a
no
2.
way.
So that's literally the moment we cut off.
Actually, no. I got over where his crushed body had been and was praying, and that's where we cut off.
And there was music in the air.
Yeah. Everybody's mourning him right now.
So that's where we'll begin. A silence falls over the area as everyone stares at the fallen building. Eledin, you just watched as the building fell on one of your comrades and to the west, killing them both in.
Can I search through the wreckage?
Yeah, most of the building is still intact though. It just fell. So you're gonna have to roll a strength.
Okay. Strength check. Okay, that's a 1.
Crit one?
Man,
Yeah,
you're
that's-
so
Oh, no.
successful. No.
So much
So
cash.
you try to lift it, but you literally just knock yourself over.
Nice.
Oh, is this the Adventurers Guild?
No, this was a building off to the side.
Is there anyone inside or nearby? Is anyone else injured?
You have no idea.
I'm going to begin to search as well. Do I need to roll a strength check?
Yeah, roll me a strength check and I'll roll a perception check.
Oh, that's not a success.
What'd you roll?
4.
No. As you try to move the part of the building, you really can't. And you don't see anyone, so that's good.
Okay.
Nurse one lifts himself, the staff, standing up tall. Alright everyone, return to the Adventurers Guild. Would you like to do so?
Yes.
Yes.
You all walk back, and as I described before, the half-orc had just turned the corner as the building fell. He returns to the Adventurers Guild, as does Estan, except for Narswan, who just keeps standing by the building. You go inside and you see the people who didn't go outside. Yo, what just happened? What's up?
Where do I start?
What do you mean?
I mean, there
This
was
is
some
kinda
kind
like-
of skirmish that happened outside, and it resulted in
Yeah,
a
tell
building
me more.
falling on people.
Oh,
It was Count of the West attacked.
the whole room goes silent.
He and our companion are dead.
Oh. Huh. All right.
I go and is there alcohol here? Is there alcohol?
You can go up to the you can go up to the bar and find out the food places.
Go up to the bar.
Food truck or the food truck or the guy making drinks.
I go up to the guy making drinks and I say, "Hello."
Hey, what's up? We're gonna get you.
Anything to calm my nerves.
Let's see.
Water.
He pulls out a large bottle. Fermented froth drink.
Take it, and I just grab the whole bottle. I say, "How many scraps?"
That'll be 20.
Pay him 20 scraps, and I sit down and just start drinking straight from the bottle.
And this is how you become an alcoholic in D&D. Anyways, Paladin, what would you like to do?
Coping mechanisms, people.
Go join her, I guess.
I offer him a sip from the bottle.
Why not?
Or-
Thanks.
You take a sip, and oh god, that's strong. And she's just chugging.
I only knew him for like 2 days, but we were best friends. And now he's crushed under a building.
Estan sits down. So, what's going on over here?
Ezekiel's dead.
Yeah.
Well, I saw.
I just kind of hold out the bottle like this is what's happening, man. This is where we're at, and then I just keep chugging.
He reaches out and grabs the bottle and attempts to take it. Would you like to resist?
Yes.
Okay.
Don't get between mama and her booze.
Roll me a dex, or not a dex. Roll me a strength check.
I rolled a 5.
He takes the bottle from you. Maybe we shouldn't drink away our problems on our second day of adventure.
I don't know what I was expecting, but I wasn't expecting this much action this fast. I mean, we weren't even out on the adventure. I mean, last night he just goes off and he disappears, and we're like, oh my god, he's dead! And we go searching for him, and he's fine. And I didn't get any sleep, and now today we go out and he just throws himself under a building.
Now he's
What?
actually dead.
What?
May
I'm not.
interject one thing?
What?
May I interject?
What?
Last night when he disappeared, the reason I left was I went to my room, so I didn't accidentally say that I saw him. I did
What?
not know if he was. I didn't know if what he was doing was secretive or something else. I approached him this morning and I spoke to him. And he said it was nothing that would endanger the. However, now that he's dead, I don't think he cares.
Oh, what was he up to?
I do not know. All I pushed was that it did not endanger the party, and he said it did.
Thanks.
So, whatever he did, he said it was something of his craft. I do. But
His craft? That could be anything. I guess going and collecting toenail clippings from strangers?
probably, just he just like clips them in the night, just like. I don't know, but it is. You see the half orc sits down at the table. Hey, so how are you holding up? Eston just kind of shakes the bottle. Oh, please, sir. Or sorry. Please don't drink your problems away. It wasn't me who was drinking my problem. He turns and looks at Eledin. Come on.
It's me, don't look at them.
Yeah, it's not my fault.
But why? Hey, death sucks, but it's a natural part of life.
But buildings falling on people is not.
Yes. I'm not unused to death. I run a temple. It's a haven for bards. Those guys die all the time. Not unused to it.
In my temple too. It's so weird.
But
It's
I'm not used to all
almost
this
like the
unexpected
spike stuff I
action.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I mean,
There's no predictability whatsoever. I mean, I was just trying to get breakfast, man. I just wanted breakfast. I didn't want my friend to die. All of a sudden, by a building falling on him. He could have just cast some sort of spell. I mean, he didn't have to punch the building. Why did he punch the building?
Why did he punch the building?
Why did he punch the building?
I feel like you'd be the most qualified to answer that question.
Only on Thursdays. Sorry, dude.
Guess I'm gonna have to wait a bit.
Yep.
It's gonna take a little while to adjust to this lifestyle, you know. Thanks for helping me
of course.
stop from making a bad choice.
If you need anything, just come let me know. I'll be around.
Thank you.
And Eston says, "You're not going to drink the rest of it.
Huh?
However, how much did you pay for it? Because I will compensate you."
Don't worry about it.
4 schmeckles.
Okay. I
But
mean, you
thank
have a
you, I
lot more money
appreciate it.
than I do. Because apparently, gold isn't worth anything. Oh, sorry. I'm still pretty frustrated about that.
It's a frustrating situation.
I brought a lot of gold.
Can I see?
Ugh. Say
I'm
again?
just out of curiosity.
Oh, yeah. He picks up his bag and he puts it on the table. Holy crap. That is at least 200 gold.
How much does that weigh?
A lot.
He's just been carrying it around.
So don't worry.
I believe 50 pounds of gold in the player's handbook is like 5 pounds. So this is about 20 pounds of gold.
Jeez.
Oh, well, that's less than I'm expecting. Wait,
That's what you
you've
get
just
for being
been
rich.
carrying that around with you?
Yeah, I mean, it's not like I can use it to pay for anything, apparently.
What are you gonna use it for?
I don't know.
This poor guy.
As it says that, you hear thunk, as you see the front doors open and walks through.
Who walks through?
There's one.
Oh.
You see the blacksmith's right behind him. And behind him on wheels, he has a very long metal box. You see, they just walk by everyone. Walk into the back rooms where they sit at their meetings. And they shut the door behind.
Can't believe they're having a meeting at a time like this.
I'm sorry, that
Oh,
was the stupidest joke I've heard from you today.
Just you wait.
Oh gosh.
Oh
Uh-oh.
no.
Uh,
Well, did kill his political counterpart. Not him, but Gil did. I think that might be kind of important.
But why does he have the blacksmith?
Please tell me you're not taking the armor off of the Seakill.
You see somebody, a very large guy, comes walking through very slowly. As he appears to be pulling some kind of a
He's just
wagon.
walking.
He's walking through, and with every step you can hear the wheel creak. He slowly walks across the room until he walks up to the back door and bangs on it.
Wait, he's walking with a wagon?
Yeah, filled with scrap to as high as they can go.
Huh.
Jeez.
And these scraps are a huge chunk.
What are you doing with this much scrap?
He walks up to the back door, or not the back door, but the door in the back, and bangs on it. The blacksmith opens the door, and he walks through, and then the door shuts.
Oh my.
What would you like to do?
What happened to our allies after the fight? Were they? Did I miss anybody who looked like they needed healing? Because I just now thought of that.
No, not really. I mean, Eston looks fine. Eledin's a little bit damaged, but he's fine. And Ezekiel's dead. So
I could use some
Not
healing.
fine. Yeah.
just like a body just walks through, was like, I need healing.
I'm sorry, I can't help you until I'm level 20.
So, what would you all like to do?
I mean, I think I'm just gonna like wait. I want to see if Niflon comes to like say anything about what just happened, because he probably is
Okay.
like the most insight out of everyone.
I'm gonna wait
Right.
too. Actually, I think I'm gonna go to bed. It's been a really long morning.
I mean, what time is
Okay.
it?
It's not even noon yet.
Okay, just checking.
I turn to Eledin and say, I'm just gonna go lay down. Come get me if anything happens, please, if you don't mind.
Yep, we'll do.
Thank you. And I take a long rest.
Is there anything you want to do, Eledin?
Nope, I'm just gonna sit back and see what happens. Just continue chill in the main area.
Yeah.
Good old jiving.
After a bit.
Vibing. There we go.
After a few hours,
Shut up.
you see the doors open back up, and you see the guys pulling back through the wagon with a lot less scrap. But he seems to be struggling just as much with it. He pulls and walks out the door. You see the blacksmith walks out and just kind of walks out the door. And then Narswan walks out. He just kind of looks at everyone who hasn't really moved in a few hours. And then he just kind of steps up on the stage. What the hell just happened? That's a great question, and I'm sure you're all wondering. One of the members of the guild just sacrificed himself to protect all of us, and died in the process. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say in that regard. But the Count of the West is dead. Which means that there's going to be a lot of issues very soon.
Is it like whoever kills him takes his place?
Oh boy, is that a mess.
I mean, I'm just wondering.
No, it's not.
Okay.
So,
If you don't mind
We
me asking,
need-
what did he want from you?
he wanted this entire section.
Okay, so he wanted to take your quote unquote throne.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is not the first time he's done this, and I'm not the only count he's tried to do this with.
He must be on pretty bad relations with a lot of people then.
Oh yeah. But to honor the deeds he did in the past, no one really tried to overthrow him.
I see.
He was once a good man, once a good hero, but time distorts. So does a planet with minimal water. So, I don't have much else to say. That's kind of the situation.
Okay.
If you were a member of the Theokel's party, please talk to me sometime tonight or tomorrow.
Okay.
Preferably earlier rather. Please know that more of Count of the West's men might come. So, we're gonna need rounds and cycles. So, if you're interested in that, come talk to me. He steps off the stage and walks over and sits on, as you put it, metaphorical throne.
I would like to go talk to him.
You see a number of people, including the half-orc, walking up, and Eston follows behind. Alright, so... he starts pointing at people. Why are you here? Around, sir. Good. Step over there. I'll talk to you in a few minutes. And he starts going through people and eventually comes to you. What's up?
I was part of his party. You've asked to talk to people who were...
Step over there.
Okay, I step over there.
He points to the other side. And he goes to Eston. Part of his party. Alright, good. Step over there. He goes through. And after about 15 minutes of cycling through people, he goes over to them and starts issuing cycles. And then he comes back over to you. Alright. Is just you two part of his party?
There's one more, but she's asleep.
Okay. That's fair. Alright, well. Here's the issue. It's seen as a very big deal for an individual to kill the cat. A very, very big deal. However, he's dead. Which means I'm inclined to send you all to the west, if y'all are okay with it, as my message. Because otherwise I would send him, but he's dead. So there's about to be a huge amount of unrest in the west, which means that every count is going to be sending some, and that's just so that they can put their own input. And I would rather send you all. You all were with it.
So we're like your ambassadors.
If you're okay with that.
Yeah, I have some experience in that arena.
Okay. And if there's any adventurers you want to take with you, talk to them. Talk to me.
Yep.
We'll make it happen.
Alrighty, sounds good.
Cool. Eston just kind of nods. And when she wakes up, tell her to come back to me.
Okay.
And by the way, are either of you interested in doing rounds?
Rounds of what?
Just during the night.
Sure.
If you're not, that's completely fine.
No, I'm sure.
Alright. Well,
I said yes.
And Eston's like, yes, I am very interested as well. Alright. I would like both of you to be on the first rounds tonight, so right after the sun goes down.
Okay.
They're a little lacking on people. Alright. So meet up in the front of the building at that time. Should be good.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Seriously.
Yep.
What would you like to do? He kind of goes back onto his seat.
I mean, I don't really have anything else I want to do before this evening. So, anyone else?
You just stood there like awkwardly looking at him. a drop of sweat going down your forehead.
I'm like, okay. You know, I'm still kind of processing everything that's happened.
Elra, when you wake up, you can see through the cracks of the building. It's starting to become much closer evening.
I get up and I go out into the main hall and look for the rest of my party.
People are just kind of bustling. Eston and Eledin are just kind of chilling at a table.
I go join him.
Okay.
Hey, how's it going?
I mean, as good as it could be, with one of our party members being crushed under a building.
You out again?
What?
No guns here.
Well, I mean, that guy had a gun. He obviously wasn't listening to the rules. But you know, I'm keeping myself busy. I'm on guard duty this evening to, you know, keep myself busy. Speaking of which, Nair Swan said he wanted to talk to you whenever you woke up.
Oh, thanks. Where is he?
Up on his metaphorical throne.
I go up to go to Nair Swan's metaphorical throne.
You see he's sitting there with his giant staff. It seems to be like lost in thought.
I wait patiently and then kind of quietly clear my throat to let him know I'm there.
Hey, sorry.
No, I'm sorry to interrupt.
You were part of Ethiokel's party, right?
Yes, Eledin told me that you wanted to speak with me.
Yeah. So, there's a big issue with one of the counts dying, and that's a lot of political unrest. And normally, I would send the one that killed him as a form of an ambassador, but he's dead. So, I would like to send you a party.
So,
If you're okay with going. Basically, just to ensure that someone entirely evil doesn't, take the count position.
yes, I'd be happy to do so, but how exactly should we carry out what you want?
I mean, really just use your best judgment. As long as the person isn't entirely evil and bad and stuff, it should be.
Okay. Yes, I'd be happy to honor Theokel's memory this way.
There's 3 or 4 already growing powers over there. I'm sure they'll all be taking it, trying to take the throne very soon. In addition to that, I'm sure the Count of the West is sending men. Or already sent men behind him. Probably as a form of a parade, but they'll be coming trying to kill people. So, if you're interested, you can do rounds.
Yes, I would very much like to protect people here.
Alright, well, here in just a few minutes, it's gonna turn night, and then you all are free to head over there. However, please head back to your table. I got something for you and your party.
Yes, I will do so. Thank you. And I do so.
He walks into the back of the food stand for a minute or two. And you see he comes out with a huge plastic bag. You see he walks over and reaches into the bag and puts a huge hunk of meat on the table. At least half the size of Albert. Height-wise.
Okay.
Oh, jeez.
So I promised this to Theokel, his party. And as a thank you to him, we went out on a little adventure last night. And to honor him, I told him that you all would get Want your meat? Here you are. Enjoy.
Thank you.
You see, it seems like the whole room turns and stares.
Oh no.
And then we pawn it off for like 400 scrap.
I think it would be more like 4,000 if we did that, but
What would you like to do?
I have no idea.
Laura has
wanna-
never had meat in her life, so she just doesn't know what to do at this point. She is completely out of her knowledge zone. This is a new experience for her, for
Well,
sure.
then just eat it.
She just doesn't know what to do with herself right now.
Eledin, is there anything you want to do?
No, I don't really know how to react to this situation.
There's meat for you to eat. Do you want to eat it?
Yes.
How about you, Elra?
Yes.
Okay. Eston also digs it. And you all just basically take handfuls off of it, eating it. And before long, you're absolutely stuffed and like half the thing's left. See, Eston says, we could save this,
Or
or we could
share
sell it.
Okay, yep. We went 3 different directions there.
Well, look. I have a lot of gold. That's useless.
Not of much use, true.
So, I thought I was going to be good for a long while. So it's up to you.
Yeah, you know what? We can sell it.
We'll probably need resources for our journey.
By the way, it was absolutely delicious. And Elra, you're like almost in like shock. I'm like, meat? Meat?
Oh no. Wait, so
What
did we
would you
give
pick?
it to all? Did we get all of it? Did he just give us all of it?
He gave you a huge chunk.
Okay.
I mean, I think we could use the money, especially for the travel we're getting ready to embark on.
Yeah, I think it's important that we do that.
Okay.
Oh, why don't we take this up to the food seller?
Okay. Let's do it. It takes all 3 of you to lift. I want all of you to roll a strength check.
Oh
I'll
no.
roll for Eston.
What is up with this random generator?
12.
8.
All of you are just 3, 2, 1. It doesn't move.
Of course it does.
I go fetch the person at the food booth and gesture for them to come over.
There's a huge line of people trying to get meat. You see the half-orc runs over. What's up? What's going on?
Could you help us lift this?
Yeah, of course.
Trying to
Roll me
take it
another
over to
strength
the
check.
food seller.
All right. Roll your strength checks. See how they go.
Wait, we're rolling another strength check?
Yes.
No!
Yeah.
13.
5.
And you see his end is starting to come off the table a little bit, but not much. Roll again.
Natural 20.
5.
Okay. You see Elra starts lifting her end up, and so does the half orc. Eston and Eledin are just kind of like standing there, just kind of supporting it, sort of. As you all walk it over. Yes, how can I help you?
too. We were hoping that we could sell you this.
Sure. Sounds good.
How much?
Did you have an amount in mind?
How does Elra have any idea how much this would be worth?
No. I'm not gonna lie to you. She has no idea.
How about me?
Even less.
How much are they selling the individual portions of meat for?
Yeah.
They're basically individual steaks, and it's about 100.
How many steaks do I figure I could get out of this?
Roll me. Actually, you roll me an investigation check.
Natural 20.
What? Oh, jeez.
Your random generator is really janky.
I'm on random.org.
Yeah, random.org. Okay, so what random.org does is it stays really low, then it jumps really high, and then it jumps back low.
I hate this.
Yeah, me too.
Do you have dice?
Oh. Left them at college.
Oh, that sucks.
Okay, so natural 20. Yeah, you could make a ton of steaks out of this.
How many would you estimate?
How many?
Yeah.
100 plus.
Oh shit.
We're selling this for 1 million scrap.
Well, I say 100 plus. You don't know how much bone is in it.
Mm.
And there could be a lot of bone. There could be not a lot of bone. You're just not sure.
5,000.
1,000?
Oh, they said 10,000. Like,
That's
what?
5,000.
Oh, 5,000? 5,000? How about 1,500?
1,000.
All I got was 1,000. Can you say that one more time?
2,000.
2,000? 1.75 thousand.
1.75 times 10 to the third.
1,800.
2,000, and that's a deal.
One more time. Sorry, my thing's just...
2,000 is my final price.
$1,900.
Sorry, but 2,000.
Roll me a persuasion check.
That doesn't sound good.
7.
Then I guess you'll have to eat it all on your own. You see Eston leans forward. Actually, I
She
think
will.
3,000 isn't appropriate. You see for a moment there's like this silence between them. I could do 3.
Jeez, Louise, what is...
A lot.
That's a
Is it
time.
3,000?
Yeah.
Jeez.
You all give her the meat, and she's like, step to the back, I'll be with you in just a minute or two.
Oh my gosh.
You should have saved there, Ston.
Good luck holding that.
Why do you set the price so insultingly, Laura?
Oh my gosh.
Jeez.
That sounds like, I need more than gold.
You know how to handle money, don't you?
Well,
I have a little bit of experience here and there. You see the half-orc says, thank you very much, I was glad I could help. If you need anything else, just let me know. And he walks away.
jeez, Louise, boys.
Thank you.
Of course.
Wait, we should have given him a chunk of meat.
True, but alas, that time is past. Alright, so.
So now we have 3,000 scraps.
Well, not yet. And you see she opens up the door. Alright, and it was 2,500 scraps, right? 3,000 is what we agreed on. Right, 3,000. And she pulls over a very large wagon. And
Oh,
she
no.
slides it over.
This will be fun.
You see Eston pens down to it. This is not 3,000. You see he just looks up at her. This is too small to be 3,000.
Is it? Yes, it is.
He's like, I'm new to this place, but I know more than you.
My
See,
senses.
she leans over and pulls over another wagon. There you go. Both are 1,500.
Oh my gosh.
Here. Oh no.
I call bullshit. You see, she just looks over like, excuse me? I do not intend to be rude, but I do believe each of these to be 1,000.
Oh gosh.
Oh my gosh. Oh no.
I may not know a lot about scrap, but I had a nice conversation with Nerson about how to measure each set scrap. And this is 1,000 a wagon, and I do not wish to cheat my friend out of 1,000 scrap. So please, if nothing else, for the memory of Ifiki.
Using my name to get money.
She pulls over another
It's what you would
wagon.
have wanted.
She pulls over another wagon. There you go. 3,000.
Where are we gonna put this?
We have a new
Closes
kind of
the door.
problem.
Hopefully there's a bank. Wait a minute, that's the building that fell over.
Guys, I think we have a problem. How big are these wagons?
Yeah, is there a bank?
They're pretty big. So, if you, for most people, if you want to invest your scraps and save it, you build a building.
Okay, guys, time to build a building.
This is actually a Sims game.
You tricked us!
Alright, guys. Now, what color do you want your Sim's hair to be?
I have too much money and this is a problem.
Alright, so you said we... So, how do you want to divide this?
Well, Eston, you get 100.
Oh,
She gets 3.
I mean, there's 3 wagons.
There's 3 of us.
this is like some kids show where they're like, 3 wagons, 3 of us.
How do you divide it?
You turn to the audience. Now, what do you think we should do? Tell us in the
Alright.
comments down below.
Everyone go into the comments section.
Tell us what we should do. And if you think we should give it to...
Charity.
Hit that like button. And if
And
you think we should keep it, hit that like button. Please, hit that like button.
Also
We're-
subscribe.
Yeah, also subscribe. I have 7 subscribers. And
If you
this
think we
is-
should bury it in the desert, click the dislike button.
Actually, not the
I
worst
swear.
solution I've heard all day.
I swear, if keep in mind it's a desert, it's constantly shifting.
Whatever, we'll make a map.
That doesn't stop it from shifting.
Become desert pirates.
I don't like those.
Those are a thing.
It's like Mad Max.
Desert Road.
So Elra just like motions to wait, walks over to the wagons, and tries to move one. See if she can.
It's starting to roll just barely.
Yeah, guys, I think we need to find the bank.
This is such an inefficient form of currency.
I spoke to Neswan, and there are no bank.
Oh my gosh.
Guess we have to build a building.
Or we can. Do you have bags?
Do we have bags?
You do not, because you were thrown out of a frickin' thing.
Is there somebody who might have a bag of holding?
You don't know.
Does anyone in this room have a bag of holding?
Excuse me, do you have a bag of holding that we can just have?
We'll pay you a wagon.
I'll pay you for it. Me now.
So what would you like to do? Because I don't think you're actually gonna yell that out.
I yell out. They're in the market for a bag of holding if anyone wants to sell one.
You see, everyone just kind of like looks at you all, and then just goes back to eating their meat.
Cool.
Is
That didn't
Nerswan
work.
sitting in the room?
Yeah, he's sitting in his chair like usual.
Can I go talk to him?
Yeah.
He's like my therapist, dude. Hey, so me and some of my party members recently came into a large amount of money, a little bit more than we thought. What should we do with it? What would be your advice? How can we like keep it
Give it to charity.
safely? Give it a charity. What kind of charities do you guys have around here?
Buildings.
Building charity?
Yeah,
You could rebuild
build
the
buildings.
Theater.
Good
Yeah,
luck,
we should-
monument.
Yes.
Yeah,
More
keep in mind, he doesn't understand your question because you worded it terribly.
We have a lot of money. How can we carry it around? I don't know.
Oh, you need a bag.
Yeah, but like a really big bag.
It's also light.
We don't want
I'm
to carry
very-
like wagons around.
Extra dimensional, you could say.
You see, he just kind of like puts his hand into the pile of weapons, just kind of moves it around, and lifts out this large metal bag, and then just tosses it at you. There you go.
Yeah,
There's a
thanks.
bag.
Thank you.
Oh no.
When you head back, you're able to put 1,000 scraps in.
Sorry.
1,000 scrap?
Yep.
So my entire wagon.
Yep.
Nice.
Now everyone else just has to get their own.
I'm good. You guys might have
You
a
see-
problem though.
You see, Eston just kind of puts it in with the gold.
All of it?
You just see this like very somber look on his face.
Hey, you sure you don't want to let go of that gold?
So he just kind of looks at you. He still looks very sad.
I feel like that
Keeps
might.
pouring. You see, he closes his bag.
Maybe you guys can go ask Nerswan if he has more metal bags.
I don't have that kind of strength, bro. Ask
I'm
Nerswan
Phoenix.
for a bag.
I'm bad.
Okay. You walk up to Nerswan, who's just kind of sitting there. Hey, what's up?
Maybe you can word the question better.
So I'm having a little bit of a conundrum because we imagined that
You
by
want a
selling
bag?
the remainder of the meat that we hadn't eaten, and thank you so much for that. We thought that maybe we could get provisions for our journey.
You want a bag?
Yes, but I'm also very weak and concerned about this situation. If you have any suggestions, I would
You
love a
can
bag,
see-
thank you.
You see he puts his hand in the pile and just pulls out a bag and tosses it to you. And you can see there's he has an expression where he has a comeback, but he's not gonna say it.
He's just that nice of a guy.
I just turn around slightly dejected and say thank you.
You're welcome.
And I put my stuff in my bag.
Okay.
I try to lift my bag.
You can, but it's kind of hard.
So do we just hide these in our room or what?
Yes.
Okay. Or we could bury them in the desert.
I'm starting to feel very down with the burying them in the desert idea.
If you want to, that's your decision.
Go hide mine in my
so
room.
You notice that the sun is starting to go down.
Oh, we have to go. To do the rounds. Guys, rounds?
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, let's do it.
Cool. Where are we supposed to go?
That I do not know.
Meanwhile, darn dust, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling spunky. I got that spunk on. This is how we do it. Disco party. Disco party. You know
Alright,
how it goes.
So, back to the main party. You all meet at the front, and you see the half-orc is there, a large number of others. The guy with the metal teeth that you spoke to, Platinum, he's there.
Okay.
And you see a very large guy walk up. The ground basically shakes as he takes steps. He has huge, heavy armor on. And he appears to be a large orc.
Does he appear to be in charge?
Of
Large and in
of your
charge.
Group, yes.
Would you say he is large and in charge?
Yes, I would. I would say that he's large and in charge.
So are we patrolling like a perimeter or what? What's the deal?
That's
What are
what
we
we're gonna
doing?
decide. So,
Okay.
I need people. We're gonna have people walking down one street, coming up the next, going down the other, and then around. And we're gonna have a different group going around. Have you up at the temple.
I get it.
So, and then of course a few right here in front of the Adventuring Guild. So, who wants to do what?
I'll patrol the temple area.
Okay, temple.
I
Next.
will stay in front of the guild area.
Sounds good. You, that's not just. I will go down the street. Sounds good. You, the half orc, is just kind of like, put me wherever you need me. And he goes through all the people. All right. And you, he points to the half orc. Go up to, I guess, the temple. We don't have enough people there. All right. Head up. All of you have your assignment, and I will be patrolling between you all. And if you have any information, we'll be spreading. All right, head up. All right. So, Elra, you, one other guy, and the half orc head up to the temple.
Oh, yes.
Eledin, you
Yep.
head over to. Well, I mean, you just walk outside and stop.
Right.
So does the guy with the metal teeth.
Okay.
And then one other guy. And then Eston joins the groups patrolling the streets. Okay. So, let's go in alphabetical order. Eledin,
Yes.
I'd like you to roll me 2d12.
Is it 2d12?
Yes.
Okay. First roll is a 2. Second roll is a 9.
Okay. As you stand there, you watch as the sand kind of blows in stronger than it was the previous night, but no one really comes through for the first half of your watch.
Okay.
Next up alphabetically, Elra, roll me 2d12. If you are wise, then you listen to me. Sorry, say it one more time.
12.
12, and what's the other roll?
10 and 2.
Hmm?
I thought you wanted the
it's-
total.
Oh, no. 10 and 2. Okay.
10 2.
On the first half of your watch, nothing really appears. Now it's time for a storm. What does a storm roll? Okay. Back to Eledin for the second half of the night.
Yes.
Or the second half of his watch.
Yes.
Good, you like cheese. What you roll?
2d12 again?
Yes.
Uh, 6 and 12.
Okay. And Elra.
Just a second.
Boom.
11 and 10.
11 and 10, did you say?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think 11's a bad number.
And now we roll with a star. Alrighty, a star. What do you get when you combine a chicken and a rabbit?
A turducken.
Okay.
15.
As you all stand there, Elra, you notice a number of people in the distance.
Who notices that?
You do.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
What would you like to do?
Everyone, I see people in the distance. I say that to the
See.
people around me.
The half-orc gets ready for combat, and you see the other guy just looks really scared.
It's going to be okay.
Meanwhile, Paladin.
Yeah.
You hear what sounds like magic being cast in the distance.
Go
and what
magic.
sounds like thunder.
Okay. Were we like... Yeah, I mean, I'll go check it out. I was gonna ask if we were told not to leave our stations, but yeah, I'll go check it out.
Okay. The guy with the metal teeth follow you, and the other guy stands still.
Okay. That's good. Someone should stay behind.
Eston's doing his thing. Elra, you watch as the people are drawing closer.
So how many people are with me at the temple?
There are 2 people with you.
I say it's going to be okay. Don't worry. We'll protect this area. And I cast Bless on all 3 of us.
Okay.
So, add a d4 to any saving throws or attack rolls they throw.
Alright.
Noted.
Sounds good. Back to you, Eledin.
I mean, did we arrive at the scene?
Yeah, you arrive and you see a number of the men patrolling in mid-combat with some people with like masks on. What would you
I mean, is anyone fighting yet?
The masked men and the patrol are fighting.
Okay, I would like to attack.
Okay. You run in. Elra?
Yep.
Back to you.
How far away are they now?
Say it one more time.
How far are they away from me and my peeps?
Less than 100 feet. They're coming fast.
Did you say 60 feet?
Probably within 60.
Spells.
Heal.
Fair.
Spell time. I go ahead and I cast. I throw a sacred flame at them.
Okay. Roll initiative. Elra.
1.
10. Alright.
20.
One more time in that last sentence.
Yeah, what'd you say?
I rolled a 20 for initiative.
Oh,
Oh, damn. Nice.
twice. Double times 10. 2 times it.
Elra. 20. And then Eledin, roll initiative.
No, 11.
Cool. Okay, and then they roll. Cool. Okay, we got it. Cool. Just take
Beans.
Alright. Alright, here we go. So, Eledin, starting with you.
Alrighty. So I'm gonna roll to attack one of them. Do they know I'm there?
Not yet.
Okay, so sneak attack.
Yep.
Alright, that is a 19 to hit.
19 to hit. And that hits.
Alright. And now I'm rolling damage.
So you know there are 4 enemies.
Okay. That is 22.
Oh, nice.
Sneak attack, baby.
22. He is left. As you come up, you strike silently. The guy falls back screaming. You cut his chest wide open, and he's dying but not dead.
Okay, and then I'm gonna disengage as a bonus action. Back into the shadows.
Sounds good. Okay. And the teeth guy also has a surprise. You see, he goes forward and bites, hits.
Jeez.
And he bites on the same guy, literally biting off a chunk of his arm, dealing 11 damage, and you watch the guy falls over dead.
Nice.
Very nice.
That's
Back
a little
to you, Eledin, because you're the
toothy.
top of the initiative, and you had some.
Alright, I'm attacking new guy.
Okay.
20 to hit. I
20
assume
to
it
hit.
hits.
Yes, it does.
Rolling damage. That is 9 damage.
Okay. Cool. And the teeth guy goes for the same guy again. And that hits. Gotta reroll that. Cool, cool. He bites on the same guy's arm, ripping off a chunk of his arm, but not killing him. Okay. And then now it's the enemy's turn. The guy next to y'all freaks out, and he attacks you. He hits. He draws out a sword and hits you for 3 damage. The other 2 guys charges forward towards the other 3 patrol guys. That hits. Not much. The other guy goes with the same guy. Damage. He misses. Cool. And then the patrol guys. You see one of them pulls back his arm and casts Sacred Flame. Can you remind me on the damage on Sacred Flame? Elra?
D8. I had something. I was holding something in my mouth. D8.
D8 sounds good. Cool.
Wait, it depends on his level.
Yeah, 5th it's 2d8.
Yeah. If it's not, it's 1d8.
Cool. He casts it on the same guy that you 2 are attacking. You watch as the tiny flare comes off and blows up in the guy's chest. Sorry, I have to do some quick math. Cool. And you watch as he falls over with a huge hole in his chest, dead. The next guy, he draws out a great axe and misses. And then the last guy draws out his own sword and misses. Cool. Elra.
Okay.
You cast Sacred Flame, right?
Yeah, and I throw it at the group that is approaching. How many are there in the group?
There are about 3.
3. Yeah, so I throw it at them.
And this is a surprise round because you surprised them. You throw it at them, right? You probably hit, so roll damage.
Oh, come on.
How much damage is that?
Okay, it's a dexterity saving throw, not a roll to hit. It takes...
He fails.
7 damage. 7 damage.
7 damage? Okay. Sounds good. The half-orc pulls out a light crossbow and fires. And hits one in the chest. Dealing 4 damage. And then the other guy, you see he just kind of stands back and he pulls out what appears to be a falchion and he's just kind of shaking. Alright, I'll go back to you.
I once more summon a sacred flame and throw it at the approachers. Is there anywhere for me to take shelter here as well?
You can dodge behind the corner of the building and stuff, yeah.
Okay, so I dodge behind the corner of the building as I do so.
He fails his check, and how much damage do you do?
Takes 8 damage.
guy that you all are hitting looks pretty bloodied. Now it's their turn. They continue approaching, but this time they're dashing, and they are just outside of physical combat reach. Okay. Half-orc turn. He puts away his light crossbow, and he pulls out a huge gear axe.
Ah, nice.
For reference, this axe, just the blade is a huge gear, and the rest is basically a giant metal pole. He runs forward. He hits, and deals not a ton of damage, unfortunately. Alright. Give me a second to do some math. Okay. As he slashes down on the guy, it cuts him clean open. But he's not dead, but he is dying. And then
He's going to be dead quite soon.
the other guy is still holding his falchion and just kind of backs up behind the corner of the building as well.
Very helpful.
He probably chose Temple because he didn't think that there'd be any combat. Alright, okay, back to you, Eledin.
Alright, how many guys are left?
There are 3 guys left.
3 guys left. Alright, so here's a question. If I go in and then disengage and then go back in, do I get to use stealth attack or no?
Yeah, I think that's fine. You won't be able to disengage again, though.
Okay, that's okay. I'm fine with staying in this time. Alright, rolling
Cool.
to attack. That's 17 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Alright. Alright, rolling damage. Alright, that's 20 damage.
20. Oh god, yeah.
Jeez.
Is this on the same guy you were attacking before, or is this on a different guy?
Do the guy I was attacking before. Might as well just take him out one by one.
Yeah, he's absolutely obliterated. As you come up, you strike, and just slash him clean open, and he falls down, dead, in an instant. The teeth guy lunges at the next guy over, and he doesn't hit. Cool. The 2 remaining enemies go at the teeth guy. One misses. The other also misses. Cool. And then the 3 patrol guys take their attack. Miss. Hit. Okay, cool. He hits one. And he deals not a lot of damage. Alright. Back to you, Eledin.
Alrighty. Attack again. That is a 7 to hit.
No, that doesn't.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Okay.
No.
Teeth guy lunges at a guy. And hits. Dealing, sorry, give me a second. Dealing, 4 damage. Ripping off a piece of the guy's arm. And then the 2 remaining enemies take their turns. Both at the teeth guy miss. Okay. Dealing You watch as the guy slashes, cutting the guy's shoulder just a little bit. Cool. So, alright, and then the patrol takes their turns. Miss. He watches one guy goes to swing, but he accidentally just clobbers the guy next to him. He looks bloodied now. Alright, Elra, back to you.
Okay, so a couple of our enemies are taken out, are they?
None of your enemies have been taken down. One guy looks like he's about to.
Okay. Gesture at the guy who's just sitting there with his pouch and say, "Look, you have to join in on battle. Please, need help. Some of us can't do this alone." And then I fling another sacred flame at our
I hope
enemies.
it's not a fireball. The half-orc's a little close to that.
Yeah, no kidding.
Okay. You do so. And the guy fails his check.
Okay, and he takes 2 damage.
Alright. As the sacred flame hits him, he's knocked back onto the sand and the grass. He's not good. Problem.
Okay.
Alright. The 2 remaining enemies attack the half-orc. Miss. Okay. Half-orc takes his turn. And he hits. You watch as he brings down his axe. Heart slashing through a guy's arm, not cutting it off, gouging it really bad. And then the other guy, he starts taking steps forward. And unsure of what to do, he throws the falchion, and it hits. Okay, okay. He hits the guy that already had his arm sliced. He doesn't kill him, but now he doesn't have a weapon.
Oh God.
At least he did something. I'll look back to you.
What did he say, Elra or Eledin?
How far away is this idiot from me?
About 5 feet.
He's what do I have in terms of weapons?
The only one you had, the mace, was given to Ethiopia. So.
Come on, dude. Okay. I actually have another one, but I don't feel like giving that away.
Fair.
Weapon. And is there still someone who's right up with the half-orc attacking him?
Yeah, 2 people.
Yeah, I summon it right there, and I got 19 to hit.
And that hits.
Cool. And then so he takes 7 damage.
As you strike him, you watch as he falls aside, dead.
Perfect.
Okay.
And I take out my violin and strike up an inspiring tune. And I inspire the half-orc.
Okay, that's good. And then the half-orc takes his turn. hits. And that's damage. He slashes down again, dealing quite a bit of damage. And the other guy just kind of falls back. Very scared because his falchion is now over there.
Usually you want a melee weapon in your hand rather than over there.
I'm so tired of this guy.
So, Elra, in the distance you see another figure approaching.
Aw,
Far less
man, is it a
quickly.
boss?
Far less quickly.
Really angry at my earbuds. Okay. So, you watch as the guy is approaching, but Eledin, back to you.
Be right back.
Well, it would probably be a good idea for us to dispatch the rest of these masked guys before he gets here.
Before who gets there?
The figure.
Oh, no, he's not approaching you, he's approaching Elra.
And we're not in the same area?
No.
She's at the temple.
Yeah, she's at the temple, you're in the town.
Oh, so there's two different groups of people attacking.
Yeah, that's why it's been 2 rounds, and then I
I'm
switched
a
back.
genius, dude. I'm a genius. Alright, I'm gonna continue attacking my group of people then.
Okay.
14 to hit.
14 to hit? Wait, no, that doesn't. That barely does.
Ah! Okay, I once again show off my awesome skills by missing.
Okay. Teeth guy also misses. Both remaining enemies miss. And 1 patrol guy hits. Cool. He deals a little bit of damage. Back to you, Eledin.
I'm going to once again try and hit someone.
Okay.
Okay, 15.
Okay, yeah, that hits.
Thank God. Alright, rolling damage. That is 8.
8. Okay. Okay. As you strike him. And is that including your sneak attack?
No, I thought since I was already like in the battle, like in the midst of people. sneak
You
attack
do
would
have
be
advantage. So.
Okay.
Because the teeth guy's on the other side.
Gotcha. So no, including sneak attack damage, it would be 18.
Okay. As you strike him, the guy falls over, dead, instantly.
Nice. So
So-
there's one more guy left, right?
Yeah.
So you can sneak attack
the-
if you have advantage,
I have
or if you're
advantage on
stealthy.
them, or if I'm stealthy, yes.
Okay.
Okay. And then the teeth guy takes his action and attacks. He hits. Not for much. The 1 remaining enemy takes his action. He hits the teeth guy for a little bit. And then the 3 patrol. So 1 hit. Okay. And he deals quite a bit of damage.
Alright, the last guy.
Yep.
Okay, that doesn't hit. Back to...
Did you roll with an advantage?
Oh, no, I keep forgetting, gosh.
Yeah.
With advantage, 16 hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Alright, so damage. Wow. That's 25 damage.
As you strike him, he instantly goes flying back into a building and just falls dead.
Nice.
And good job. You've defeated all the enemies.
Oh,
What would
I
you
think
like to
she's
do?
back.
Oh, Elra, are you back?
Hmm?
Are you back?
Yes.
Okay. So, what would you like to do?
Me?
Say again?
Me?
Yes, you. Yes.
This fool. Just this fool. How far away is his falchion?
About 20 feet.
Next to any enemies?
Yeah, it's next to an enemy, but realistically, if he and the half-orc work together, they could probably defeat him in less than a turn.
Okay. Turn around and say, look, dude. I have to help. I know... I don't know why you thought that throwing your falchion would help, but it didn't, because that's a melee weapon. Like, that's not something you do unless you have, like, a boomerang or something. I'm gonna need you to go over there, pick up your falchion, and help him fight. Okay?
Roll me a persuasion check.
6.
A 6.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, you make your mini speech.
I whack the enemy with my spiritual weapon.
Okay.
That's 15 to hit.
18 to hit.
15.
15, yeah, that hits.
That's 5 damage.
5 damage. Okay.
And then did my interaction earlier count as my action?
That was your interaction.
Alright, and then I'm going to summon a sacred flame and throw it at the enemy as well.
He fails his check.
10?
10? Okay. Give me a second to do some math. He is on the very verge of dying. And you see he tries to run away. He hits with an opportunity attack. It does not matter damage. He had 1 health remaining. The half-orc slashes down on his back, taking him down. Cool. You see the figure in the distance is approaching. And he has reached a reasonable distance away. The other guy is still shaking.
Okay. How long has it been since I cast my spells originally? At the beginning of the fight?
One
It's
turn
been-
is 6 seconds.
And it's been about 30 seconds.
Okay, cool. So those are still in action. So those two still get the bless. I go up to him. I go grab his falchion and hand it to him and ask, "Do you know how to fight, right?"
Yeah.
Then how to use this?
Conscience.
Through a falchion.
I know how to fight.
Are you sure? Sorry, I'm not trying to attack you right now. I really want you to survive this, and if you volunteered for something that you're not prepared for, that's not good. We all have to work together if we want to make it through this thing and keep everyone safe.
I know how to fight.
Can I roll insight?
I feel like he doesn't know how to fight.
I'm pretty sure he doesn't. Can I roll to see if I can figure out if he's just trying and failing to bluff?
Yep. Roll an insight check.
Cool.
What'd you roll?
No, it's not 24. 23.
23. He's bluffing up his ass.
Why did you volunteer for this when you don't know how to fight? This was specifically to protect townsfolk. Or why are you out here?
I know how to fight.
You do not know how to fight. You are bluffing.
I know how to fight. See the half-orc stands? My dude, you do not know how to fight. You just threw a falchion at a guy. It is a blade meant for quick, swift blows.
Okay. Okay. I'm so sorry. I don't mean this as an insult, but I need you to go inside the temple and hide in there, and do not come out until we come fetch you. Because I'm sorry. I am so sorry, but if you're not going to be able to help us here, I need to not be preoccupied with trying to keep you alive.
I know how to fight.
You do not know how to fight. Get in the temple.
Roll an intimidation check.
Me too.
22. Okay.
Yeah.
He just kind of like runs into the temple.
Okay. I turn to the half-orc and I say, "Are you okay? Do you need healing?"
I'm good right now.
Okay.
You see the figure that was approaching has stopped about 20 feet away.
What does it look
I
like?
need to speak with Nair, the Baron of the South.
What is your name? Who are you?
Unimportant.
Is it you're unimportant, or that's your name?
We trust that you will not attack.
If you do not, I must speak to the Baron. It is urgent.
Look to the half-orc and I say, "Shall we escort him?"
Well, if we escort him back, who's going to be protecting the temple?
And I'll escort him as quickly as possible, but we shouldn't just let him through without someone following. Does that sound good to you, or would you like to escort him and I'll stay here?
I will gladly protect the temple.
I'll be back as quickly as I can.
All right. You escort the individual, and as he approaches, you can see there's a very long beak. This is a kenku.
Oh, fun.
You escort him down the hill.
Mm-hmm.
Eledin,
Yep.
you've returned to your spot in front of the Adventurers Guild.
Yep.
You see Elra arrives with a kenku.
Who's this?
Won't say, but he says he needs to speak to Nair and that the situation is urgent. I must return to my post as quickly as possible. Can you escort him to go see Nair and make sure that he doesn't do anything mischievous?
I'll do my best.
Thank you. I hand him off and head back to the temple.
Okay. When you head back to the temple, everything's still fine. And you escort him into the building.
And over to Nair.
Yeah, over to Nair. You see Nair's just kind of staring out a nearly shattered window. And he turns around. As you see the individual approach, he says, "I have news from the north. The Baron of the West intends to take your power. You must prepare accordingly." Nair just kind of turns around. Sorry, that was earlier today. The Kenku says, "Oh, I see. Who sent you? I must have been too late." The Baron of the North. Well, he should have given you a little token. If I can see that. He pulls out the token. Very well. You may stay here for the night.
Oh, crap. I'll be back.
And he bows and says, "Thank you, sir. I will leave in the morning." "Very well, but I will need to speak to you before you leave." He turns to you, Eledin. "You can return back to your post. It shouldn't be too much longer."
I return back to my post.
And pet it. Like a
No.
the precious post.
Okay. So you head back to your post, and after about an hour or so, you're relieved from your duty, and so is Elra. You all head back and sleep for the night.